How's it going? This is Crazy SB, and I feel like sharing my opinion about what we've seen about Madden 21 so far. I feel like almost everything out there is negative so far, and I want to see if I can bring some positive out of it. I wanted to get this out before the EA Live event, which I'll probably barely make it in time. but yeah, I want to get it out before that live event tomorrow. Um, I just want to say, so like in the past, when there was a shift in generations for consoles, the last generation of Madden wasn't as good as normal. Like it wasn't a real update. It was kind of just like bare bones, like just get the game out, right? And that's pretty much where we are right now. There's we have the new generation of consoles coming out, and I feel like anything that gets added to Madden 21 is good, honestly. Um, and I, I feel like people just like don't talk about that enough, and they just don't understand why this happens. But so a little background about me. So this is probably, if anybody's seen this, this is probably the first video you've ever seen of me. So I've been playing Madden since Madden 90. I was in an ice fishing tournament that my dad took me to, and I don't know. All the kids got a prize, and I went up there and I found Madden 90 and 92 kind of like bundled up, and I grabbed it, and I thought it was like the coolest thing. And it was for the Sega Genesis. So, I mean, I've basically been playing Madden ever since. I've had Madden, every Madden since '95, I think. Um, so yeah, I mean, I've been playing it for a long time, and I mean, obviously, in between that time, there's always the games that are really good and the games that are really bad, and in between the generations of consoles, it always goes up and down. So, um, basically, I feel like people don't talk about like why it happens enough, and it's basically because they're making a new game from scratch for the most part. Um, I don't know how it's going to be between PS4 and PS5, or the Xbox One and the Xbox whatever S or whatever it is, uh, X series or S series. I don't know, whatever's coming out. Um, but every time they upgrade in console, they need a new engine, and that engine takes a lot of time for them to build. I've been interested in programming since I was in high school, and I've been working through a degree, an IT degree, the last about 4 years, and programming is kind of like my main focus. And the amount of time it takes to program like a game is staggering. And the fact that these people can make um, a game every single year is is amazing to me. Like to come out with the a new game every year. Yeah, you don't get as much added every year. There's not a lot of updates, but it's a new game. I mean, there's new stuff usually. um, but yeah, I feel like people don't understand the amount of time it takes to actually make one of these games, especially when you're in a um, generation shift to a new console. You know, um, so like right now they're making, if they need to make a new engine, which I'm assuming they do, they're making a new engine for the new console, and I'm assuming that they're um, actually in work already on Madden 22. They've probably been in work on it for a while now. And Madden 21, um, it looks like we're getting new stuff. So like to me, I feel like people are already overly critical of what has been coming out so far. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this video. Just like the pressure that these studios go through to make a game every single year is kind of um, it kind of makes or breaks the I don't know, the company who's making these. So like people always have problem with Madden. They're like, especially if you're not a Madden player um, that plays every single year, there everyone's like, why would I play that? It's the same game every year. It's just new skins, different people, updated roster. That's really it. Um, but to me, I mean, I I feel like I can see the little differences, and I've never been someone who's been overly like critical about things. So whether it's movies, TV, or video games, I'm not really a huge critic about things. So, um, but these studios are feeling that pressure, and it was kind of evident with like I think the new wrestling like 2K game, the WWE like 2K whatever, was like really bad, and I think they said they're going to take a break and stuff. And people have been like pushing for 2K to make um, a competitor with Madden, and people think that's what's coming. And all that we've really seen so far is that they're coming out with a football game that, and it's not a simulation game. So it's not going to be like Madden. It's going to be more like NFL Blitz or Street or something like that. Something like the NBA Street games that are out that 2K makes. It's going to be something like that. Um, so I wanted to kind of talk about what we've seen so far, and it's not really much. So we only have like a minute and a half of a highlight video, and it has what the all-out control, carrier skill stick, the pass rush controls on the thumbstick, the clutch stop tackling, and the celebrations. And that doesn't really tell us much, other than they want us to control our players like the people on the field. So they want Lamar Jackson to feel like Lamar Jackson. They want like Chase Young, like to have his pass rush moves or whatever, like or JJ Watt or like stuff like that. They want us to be able to move and feel. They want it to feel like a simulation, basically. Um, that's what it's telling me. Um, I feel like there's going to be like better combinations and stuff with the stick movement. I think in the video there was a part where he Melvin Gordon was like ducking under someone, so that was kind of interesting. And then like people who don't play Madden a lot of times they default to the like defensive line, because I mean it takes a little bit more skill to play linebacker and safety and corner and all the other positions. So they default to the line, and really all they were able to do is to mash a button and hope that they get off the block. But now with the stick movement and stuff like that, I feel like it's going to be a lot better for them, and I feel like that's a good add, as well as the what was it, the clutch stops, the open field tackling thing, where the AI is actually gonna know where the sticks are. You know, like right now it doesn't feel like they're aware of it at all. So I feel like um, that's gonna be a very interesting thing. You might get frustrated at first because it's gonna be harder to get those third down conversions and stuff like that if you're you know, getting short passes, or you're running on or like the goal line package or something like that. It's gonna be harder to get um, past the line, I feel like. And I think that's good. I think it's going to be more interesting that way. I think this is going to be a more defensive game. Um, and then obviously we have the celebrations, which who knows what's going to happen with that. I don't think anybody really cares too much about it at all. I feel like it might be something that could be fun, like depending on what the dances or whatever the celebrations are. It could be fun, um, but it's not something that makes the game or breaks the game, you know. And then so we had that, and like a bunch of people disliked the video that came out and stuff like that. When wasn't really showing you a lot, and it wasn't meant to. And I feel like the fact that they could even get a video out now with what's going on in the world is good enough, you know. But obviously, other people didn't feel that. And then we have the Gridiron Notes, and all that was in it was face of the franchise. That was it. And a lot of people have problems with that because they want to hear about what they're most interested in, and they feel like if face of the franchise is the first thing that they come out with to tell us, then that's the only thing that they're worried about, or like their their main focus was to update everything with the face of the franchise. But I don't think that's necessarily the case. But who knows? Yeah. So with that, we have the two college football games, or the college football playoff games, as well as the high school games, and then it says that we're going to get the 40-yard dash at the combine. And to me, that's very something that's very interesting because, especially with this being an in between year game, I don't feel like they needed to add that, but I feel like they added that to for us. I mean, we've been asking for the combine to come back for a while, I feel like. And just having a piece of the combine back feels good, you know? And it's not everything. You're not going to get everything that it used to be in this Madden. But the fact that they're adding something like that gives me hope that down the line, like Madden 22, maybe, that we're going to get more of that. We're going to get the bench press back. We're going to get some of those, like the Oklahoma and stuff like that drills back, I feel like. And it's really some of it's like already there with like the practices and stuff like that. And they just need to move it over into the combine. Um, and I don't I don't feel like people are understanding that this is like something that I didn't think that we would get, because it's this in between generation gap, and they're spending all this time trying to make a game for the new console, and it takes so much time away from this current generation, and they're adding something new. They're giving us a piece of something that we wanted back, and I feel like that should give you hope for something that's down the line. And I feel like the combine, whether it's Madden 22 or not, who knows, but like I feel like it's going to come back in some way, shape, or form. Along with the face of the franchise, we got told that there's going to be more storylines. There's going to be like all the way up to the Hall of Fame. Like, I'm not really sure how many people are going to play through an entire career of face of the franchise, but what I'm assuming is that those storylines are going to leak into connected franchise as well. I think it's going to be something that is like that scenario engine or whatever. I think we're going to get some more things of that nature if you're doing like a player franchise and stuff like that. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I feel like they're adding more than I anticipated with the generation switch thing, and so many people are so quick to be like, I want more, when they don't know what goes into making these games. And I know it's your money and you don't want to have to spend your money. Well, don't, man. Don't spend your money. I don't know what to tell you. Um, yeah, obviously they're going to prioritize MUT because they make money off of it. We all know that. That's just something we have to live with. Um, is it something that means that they are never going to shift back to franchise? I don't think so. I think they're going to keep making these small changes until it's something that we like. Maybe eventually we'll get a coaching carousel, we'll get better scouting, we'll get the whole combine, maybe we'll get everything back. We don't know. We don't even know what's coming for connected franchise with this new game, but people are already assuming that we're not getting anything, which kind of sucks. I mean, it sucks to be a developer right now, especially with what's going on in the world. They all had like to stop working, and somehow we're still getting this game on time. Well, on in August still, and like I'm surprised we're even getting that. I'm sure they rushed through a lot of stuff, and there's probably going to be bugs, and it's probably going to be frustrating for some people initially. And I'm sure we'll get updates, and they'll iron all the bugs out. But still, um, we don't know what's coming, and people are already forming an opinion about what's coming without knowing. There's no way that you can form an opinion on something without knowing the entire story. And that's not just with football, video games, that's in life. Like, I don't know what what's going on with people nowadays, and I feel old just saying it like that. But like you can't just make an opinion off of something when you don't know what's going to happen. But it happens, obviously. Um, Hopefully tomorrow we get some more about Madden and the EA Play 2020 thing. Um, and I mean, all I can really say is just be hopeful. If it's a game that you love and you love Madden and that's why you're so passionate about it and that's why you're so outspoken, then be hopeful. Hope that they're gonna fix it. I know it's not what you want to hear, and you want to hear that you're getting everything that you want, but that's not how life works. That's not how anything works. You rarely ever in life are you going to get everything that you want. So, um, and if you don't like it, don't buy it. Go back to NCAA 14 like half of the people on YouTube are doing right now. Go play the old games. Have fun with that. Get some nostalgia. Go play a different game. Play something else. Go outside the genre. I don't know. Take some time off. I don't know. But this is an off year, and I don't get why expectations are so high for something that um, they can really only do so much on. And with that, that's going to be the end of this video. Um, I will be surprised if anybody sees this. If you do, if you like the video, hit like. If you don't like it, hit dislike, because it doesn't hurt me none. I don't really care. Comment. Let me hear what you think. Hit subscribe if you want to see more content for me, I guess. If not, that's fine too. I don't, like I said, it's no skin off my back. I'm an adult. So, yeah. Um, Thanks for anybody who gets through the video, and maybe I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.